Hey guys, it's Josh over at J&H. It is Sunday evening, right around 10 p.m. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long couple of days. This customer got into it with me yesterday and today through email, and just really angered me. I was going to go on Instagram Live tonight and actually light the dude on fire. But instead of that, I thought it would be pretty constructive if I just told you what's going on. So for those of you who like the business side of things or hearing about the business side of things, I think you'll find this interesting. And for those who don't, if you just like the fishing stuff, I think you should still listen to this, especially if you place an order, you're planning on placing an order, just so that you know what's going on. So I don't know if I stole this from someone else, if I came up with it on my own, but what I'm calling this is that we're working in the shadow of the pandemic. And what that means is that things are very different. And most people understand that, especially people from New York. But it's just been crazy. So I want to tell you what's going on with J&H and tell you why things have been so much slower, because people have been placing a tremendous amount of orders online. And I get a ton of questions about, hey, when my order ships. So let's just go over this from the beginning. So when New York had its shutdown and the government shut down the state, I had to basically fire all the people I've been working with for the past 10 years so that they could, collect unemployment and still make money in order to live their lives. The front end of the store was shut down. We decided to still take online orders at first, and then eventually we got to curbside pickup, but it was daunting. So the orders basically more than doubled, right? And at the same time, thankfully, a couple of my employees came back to help me. They foregoed the unemployment subsidy and all this kind of state-driven stuff that we can talk about, but it's not relevant right now, other than for me to just tell them, the ones who did come back, the few, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's really helped us out. But we have this avalanche of thousands of orders, right? And a small amount of people. And it seems like every single day is Groundhog Day. We come in, we work 8 to 10 hours, shipping orders, shipping orders, shipping orders. And the next day, it's basically at the same level, meaning we've gotten the same amount of orders in that we've shipped out, give or take a few. So we can never get ahead, right? So the phone's ringing off the hook. I want to know where my order is. I want to order worms. I want to order, do all this kind of stuff. So I implemented policies that I never would have in the past. Number one, I put bait online, so you can only buy bait online. You can't call us and order bait. I stopped taking phone orders completely, so I'm turning away business because we just can't handle it. If you want to place an order, you got to do it through the website or through the app. We have an awesome app. Use the app with order statuses. If you want to know your order status, I changed that so we don't give order status over the phone. I set up a separate email for that, orders@jnh.com, specifically for people who want to look up order status. They can log into their J&H account. They can look at it right on their phone or on their computer, but if they choose to do so and they want to reach out to one of us, orders@jnh.com, which I'm actually monitoring. So don't email josh@jnh.com, because that email is just flooded. I normally get, around 200 emails a day. I was working on it tonight. I'm still over 2,000 emails. So if you emailed me 3-4 days ago wondering why you didn't hear back, that's why. I just can't physically get through it, right? So I work 8 to 10 hours a day at the shop, shipping with the guys. I come home and I do 2, 3, 4 hours of work on the computer, which is basically answering questions and checking emails, but I can only check a certain amount. I can only get through 300 to 400 per night, and then by the next day, it's pretty much back up. So we're in this never-ending loop, and I'm trying to get through them all, and I just can't, right? So we shut that off. We said, please don't do order status over the phone, because it takes away from us shipping, right? We're there to ship. We're in the physical store for a limited period of time. Let us get out as many orders as we can. And most people are incredibly understanding, and they've bared with us. And for those who said, you know what, I just can't wait any longer, I have to cancel my order, I totally understand that. I don't blame anybody for saying, hey, I need my stuff right away, I can't wait any longer, please cancel my order, issue me a refund. No problem. Do I want to lose your business? Of course not. But there's nothing that I can do. There's no physical way. So people say, hey, why don't you hire more people? Can't do it. Who am I going to hire, right? So of the people who worked at the shop that I let go, one of them actually had COVID. 2 of them have family members that have or had the disease or virus, excuse me. And then another one has a parent who will not let him work because she is very fearful of contracting the virus. Totally understand that too. So you might say, hey, hire new people. How could I possibly do that? Because anyone new that I hire can't have the virus, right? Which means, how do I tell that? Which means, do I ask them to get a note from their doctor? Do I have them take some sort of test? You can't hire people now. You're in the middle of a pandemic. Things are still going on. There's nothing we can do. So I can't hire anybody. And it's just the guys that I work with when they can work, and me pushing as hard as we can in the time we're there, and then me doing my stuff when I'm home. But I'm only one person. I can't, answer all of the emails. So that's sort of where we are. And I apologize for that. That's not the situation I want to be in. You see these rods behind me, these are brand new dark matter rods. I'd rather be telling you about them, getting you hyped up for them and why you should be fishing them this season. But I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to let you know what's going on at J&H, what's going on with us, and why things have been delayed, because there have been long delays. Some people's orders haven't shipped in a week or 2 weeks, and it's not for a lack of us trying. We're also dealing with supply chain issues where we're trying to get stuff. All of these businesses that we work with are working on the assumption that everything's normal, right? So they want to get paid in a normal amount of way, but the front of our store is closed down. That's more than half our business. So how can we be expected to pay the full amount of certain bills times, however many vendors we work with? So it's just a whole smattering of issues that have really slowed things down. But the main thing is manpower. We just don't have the manpower to get all of the orders out. We are trying our best. And in a lot of cases, we're just failing to, our normal standard. And I apologize for that. There's nothing that we can do. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video. If you do have questions for me, we want to know your order status, orders@jnh.com. I am checking josh@jnh.com, but I can't get through it fast enough. It's just too overwhelming. So just be aware of that if you do email me. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great night.